Is it afternoon already? I think so. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deeva Karnani Shah, and my writing journey began when I was 8. And now I'm 12 actually, so 4 whole years. Over my writing journey, I've written 2 children's books and 1 novel. My first 2 children's books are called The Mysterious Island and Pocolombo is Vesuvius. And my first novel, which is my latest piece of writing, which was released last year in December, is called The Space Orb. And it is about an alien who comes to Earth, who is in search of a space orb, which will save her planet and her family from destruction. But today I'm not going to be talking about my books. I'm actually going to be talking about today's topic, which is diversity in writing. So, since I was young, I always preferred to read fiction books and comic books, because it was like a way to escape the real world problems for me. So now that I'm getting older and I'm about to become a teenager, I felt it was like a very nice idea to get into new genres, new authors, and new books in general. So the first place that I went to find new books and new authors was my school's reading list. And what I like to do when I'm trying to find new books is I will research on them and see if I've actually read any of the books from these authors before, and I've just not realized it. So as I was going through my school reading list and I was researching on these books and these authors, I kind of realized that very few of these books were written by people of color. And as an Indian, I also realized that not a single one of those books were written by a person of Indian origin. And I found this very sad, actually. I was thinking of quitting on writing, because I was like, if nobody from my culture, from my country, was able to write a book, become successful, and get onto my school's reading list, how would I be able to do that? You know, I'm just a 12-year-old child who hasn't even decided what I want to do with my life yet. So after a week of being extremely depressed by this, annoyed by this, there was 5,000 different emotions that were going on. A voice came up inside my head and I was like, Deeva, if you, a person who's already published books, who's already written 3 books, is thinking on quitting on writing already, think about all those young children who haven't even started their writing journey yet. How would they feel if they saw this, you know? And that's when I kind of promised myself from then on that I would not give up on writing, and I wouldn't let all those young potential writers just give up because they couldn't see anybody who could inspire them to continue writing that looked like them. So that's actually when Monica called my mum up and was like, we want Deeva to talk about diversity in writing. And I was extremely happy to talk about this subject, because there are very few opportunities for me as a young person to talk about how I feel about this subject and this topic, and especially and to speak out about my opinions and what we should do about these kinds of things. So I think one of the main people, so I'm just a 12-year-old child, still not sure what I'm doing with my life yet, and I, by myself, I can try and start to make a difference, but being by myself, I can't really do much, just as one person. I will need more people's support and all of that. And that's why I'm talking to you guys, because I think that if together as a community we can encourage more young children to write, it'd be an amazing thing, as it's kind of my motto. I've always wanted to inspire people to do something. It's always been one of my dreams. And I think the main people that are kind of the people I'd how do I write this? the people I'd like for you guys to inspire are the main issues that I found with my writing journey, and the people who kind of like let me down as well, who kind of made me think, oh, I should really give up on this. I think for young children, for people my age, and especially for like the Asian community, it's like teachers in primary school and parents. And I think we've already actually talked about this, that is, the professor was saying in the discussion panel that publishers kind of think that the Asian community want to go more to like careers in doctors or like lawyers or all of that kind of stuff. I actually think that's very true. It's not a stereotype. Actually, last week I remember my parents' friends had come over at our house for a gathering, and they were talking about like how an amazing child I am. I was like very thankful for that. And then my dad was like, oh, like, you know, she sings so well, she writes so well, she speaks so well, and she does very well in school, but only if she became a doctor. You know? And I kind of saw that that was a very common occurrence within all my Asian friends. Like, since I was young, people have always wanted to become astronauts, you know, artists, and like not only in like writing and all of that, but it's like you can see. I recently met a friend from nursery. We now go to the same secondary school, and when she was younger, she was always absolutely amazing at art. And we all thought, you know, she'd become an artist when she was older, you know. It was absolutely amazing. Even like the parents were all amazed by how good she was. And I recently met her again, and she just told me that she'd totally given up on doing art. And I was like, why? And she said to me that it's because she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to get respect from her parents and the rest of her family. And that's why now she chose to go into the dentistry field. And I felt very bad about this because she was absolutely amazing at art. You could see how much passion she had for it. But because she was so scared that she would lose respect from her family members, that's why she just gave up and decided to go into, like, you know, the common doctor field. And then I had another conversation with a group of friends, actually. And it's actually an inside joke in my school class that, you know, just we're Asian, so we'll all become, you know, doctors, lawyers, and we'll never be able to become like artists, writers, and astronauts or whatever. And I was having a conversation with them, and I asked them that, like, would you encourage your children to become writers and fulfill their dreams, and like, would you like force them, I guess, to become doctors or lawyers? And they said that even though they were not able to accomplish their dream and they were very sad about that, they would also do the same to their children. And I was like, why? You know, why would you do that? Because you've gone through it. It doesn't make sense, you know, because even if my parents would say, oh, you must become a doctor, Deeva, I would still, like, tell my children that they can do whatever they want. But they were like, they won't be able to get respect from their family, and they would be scared to lose that respect that they have, that image that they have with their family members. And then, I guess it was, I always felt sad that in like the Indian community specifically, being anything but a doctor or a lawyer, you would be seen as unsuccessful, or like you wouldn't have a respectful profession. And it made no sense to me. And that the fact that they were also going to put that on their children as well, it's just going to be an ongoing cycle. Nothing's going to ever change, you know? And that's why I think it's a very important thing that the parents do encourage their children to follow their dreams, whatever it is, writing, art, becoming an astronaut, you know, whatever they want to do. And actually, another problem that I was in my primary school, specifically for me. Whenever they talked about, like, you know, people who had a job in like science or computers and stuff like that, it was always like, wow, these people are so amazing, you know. They're like, they portray these people as like they were gods, you know. But when it came to like talking about authors and all of that, it was kind of this, my teachers totally degraded them. It was as if, you know, they just wrote a book, you know, it's nothing much. They didn't put like, it was not as if they spent like sleepless nights writing that book, perfecting that book, okay? And I feel like when young children see this, they think, oh, so if I'm not gonna like achieve anything, you know, becoming a writer, you know, why try at all, you know? And that's why I'm here today, to actually urge you guys that please do encourage your children, do encourage other children, no matter what race they are, to pursue their dreams, pursue a career of their dreams. And yeah, please don't let them give up like I was going to, because I think we would lose a lot of amazing work from them. Thank you.